It's Red VTV following Saints 23-22 victory over the Leeds Rhinos. Ronnie, what did you make of that one? No. Commiserations. See you soon.
1 minute, Ron.
Kevin, what did you make of that one?
What an end.
It was played like a cup final, wasn't it?
It was intensity. I thought, to be honest, I thought we were a little bit architects of our own downfall at times. I thought Leeds were quite negative to start off.
Very negative.
The Kevin Sinfield grand final playbook played about 70 minutes too early.
And twice as slow.
Yeah.
Steps to your right, Kev. We don't want to get
so
away
we
with
don't
the
get run
ambulance.
over by an ambulance. Yeah.
Not again, we had that at Cass. Yeah, it was a strange opening, wasn't it? Leeds got that first try, and then Saints, we seem to be, I don't know, most of the ball, but not clinical enough with it, could it be said?
Yeah, I think so. And not only that, I think we allowed them to offload far too much.
Yeah.
It was a case of wrapping them up, and we didn't do that, and it allowed them to get some good meters. And it was quite easy for them to make yards and get into good field position. That said, I don't think they did too much with it.
The only time Leeds actually looked threatening was with the off-the-cuff stuff.
Yeah.
In terms of normal play, we were in control pretty much, but that first half, Leeds, I think there was 6 or 7 sets in the first half where they tried to kick for touch. Obviously, they've gone on to lose the game by a point in the end. Maybe they'd have been a bit more successful if they'd actually gone to score tries. I can understand why they did it.
Yeah.
Obviously, you don't want to give the Saints the ball in broken play. They've probably watched Barber and Grace and Makinson against Cass and the likes, and obviously felt that they could control the game better with a scrum restart.
Yeah, I think they were hunting the mistake, weren't they? Definitely hunting the mistake in the Saints, like 20-metre area. Then they could try and put the pressure on. As I say, that's a bits and pieces Leeds team as well, or parts of it are. It's not a bad team. I think they'd still turn over the bottom 4 in the league easily.
They're like I think I said this before. They're like our kryptonite, aren't they?
Yeah, they are.
They know how to play against us, and despite their league position, they're still a champion side.
Oh, absolutely.
And that is why I don't want to play them at Wembley.
Yeah.
Absolutely, I'd rather play Wire all day long. At least you know what you're going to face with Wire.
I mean, you throw like Richie Myler in there as well, who. Off the cuff, if you've got Richie Myler supporting, he's one of the best supporting scrum halves in the game for me. I wouldn't say he's one of the best scrum halves in the game, but he's one of the best supporting. If he's got a good 6 next to him, you think of if he'd have had like a Tommy Martin, or when he was at Warrington, I'm surprised him and Lee Breers didn't kind of do more for him, because he's a great player. But yeah, I just said I wouldn't like to play him in another big game, because that's the type of performance that they'll throw in.
We've had that little bit of luck there tonight. I think it was Sutcliffe, he shanked a couple.
Yeah.
One of them was that penalty against Matty Lees. I'm sorry, I know I've seen a lot closer. What on earth was he meant to do? The man's not tackled, he's in the air, going to ground, and he's hit him in the back.
Well, I'm 18 metres from that, so I don't know that. I've not really seen that.
It wasn't a penalty. Justice was done. No. It wasn't done, but when Leeds went 6 points up, if he'd have kicked it, it would have been game over, and we got a little bit of a reprieve. And in the end, it's the kicking of Danny Richardson that's won it, the cool head, and really unlucky he's not going to be on the flight to Denver.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I've been with 2 lads tonight who really raised the bar of people who I stand with, Dave, who know the rugby, and they've like pretty much picked up on a lot of what you've said there.
It must be like the Oracle.
Well, yeah, one of them is, and it's one of them that. Kind of game management from Leeds has been good tonight. I think ours has just been slightly better. We've just edged over the line.
They got a roll on in that second half. Their forwards took control. I don't think anybody in the Saints yet had a particularly bad game. I thought Matty Lees was really good in the first half. All our English contingents who were on that plane to Denver had a decent game also.
Yeah, but I don't think we also clicked. So
no.
while we might not have. While people might not have had a bad game, I don't think we've clicked enough to turn around and say anybody's had a great game.
Ronnie the Rhinos back.
Makinson's had a good game, but yeah, has anybody had a standout game for us tonight? Parcell would have been my man of the match.
Tommy Mack had a good game.
Yeah, that's the one who I think who was
Robes
the star
had a
for
good
Saints.
game.
Mr. Chris Price, Wish FM.
I'll do.
Oh, it was nice to be in that press area when a few of them, the
It's
Yorkshire
just
contingent,
it was the look on the Leeds fans when they scored the last try and they're giving it all this, and then all of a sudden Danny Richardson drops a goal and then they couldn't run off quick enough.
Funnily enough, when we scored the try to level it up, the couple in front of us disappeared.
They did very quickly because he was the first one to turn around and go back to your sheep.
But obviously a week off next week for the international.
Are we going?
No.
Yeah, if we're funding it. Week off for the international. Justin Oldbrook's going to give the players who aren't going to Denver a well-deserved week off and a chance to recoup.
It's unfair, that.
What, you're not
How
getting
can
it
you?
paid?
You know what? How can you give 20 players a week off and then the 5 best of them have now got to go on international and flog themselves in like no air? Well, what is it like?
Chris, I'm giving you the week off.
Oh, all right, that'll do.
But yeah,
Good decision.
But yeah, chance to regroup now. A couple of weeks off, and then I think is it Widnes next?
Widnes or Wakefield, I think.
Or Wakefield, it could be.
Either way, the next 2 games are winnable.
Gimmies, Widnes.
Wigan lose tomorrow. Maybe 10 points clear.
All
Good next week.
All is good with the world.
Yeah, happy days.
The one thing that I do want to put across that I've been stopped a couple of times in the away end is Saints fans were unhappy with Ben Thaler tonight. They feel that he's pretty much... Somebody said it's a hard place for a referee to come and referee.
It is,
a
and
game.
they get influenced by the crowd. I don't care. Every referee comes here gets influenced by that crowd.
But nonetheless, it's a case of Saints fans wanting me to bring it up. And they were unhappy with him. But to be honest,
You don't get anything here.
no,
Ever.
At the end of the day, what was it? A 9-4, 9-5 penalty
Well,
count, and we've come out on top. So forget about the referee. We've won it
when the
regardless.
game's tight at the end of the game, I don't think the Leeds one wasn't a penalty, and I think the one where it bounced off Roby, I'm sure Don Payne was on the line when it came off Roby and dived forward.
We've
So
won it
And
regardless.
that one with Matty Lees with the high tackle.
the game's gone. The game's, if that's a
unbelievable.
penalty, the game's gone. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, you never get anything at this ground, and that's what you've got to ride here every time you come, because you're never going to get the better of the penalties. You're never going to get the better of the officials. The crowd will get on the back. The crowd will get them half of what they want to get from the referee, and you've just got to ride it. And they've ridden it tonight. And if they go on and
I do have to say, for anybody watching this going home, that is the best Saints away end bounce I have seen.
best one since Matty Smith, probably with the drop goal, I reckon.
in a long time. And you could see how much the players appreciated it, just how long it took them to get away from that away end at the end.
A pleasure to be in as well, as
Yeah.
always.
Anyway, Wish FM Twitter account, a Wish FM official, as well as Red V for Justin Albrook's reaction, and I'll get a Saints player as well. That'll probably be within the next hour.
Better hurry up then.
Yeah, better hurry up. Try.
But yeah, that away end, it was...
Yeah, a pleasure to be in. I mean, we always get people coming up to me and having a chat with me and just telling me what they think about the game and all that. And I do appreciate people coming up because I'm stood on my own sometimes. But yeah, it was a pleasure to be in. I think that the absolute bounce, when that drop goal went over, it was just...
There seems to be a bond between the players and the crowd again, which may have been missing a little bit in recent years. And
Yeah, probably so.
even when we went, 6 points down, the Saints then didn't give up.
Yeah.
It would have been quite easy to do a walk and think, oh no, here we go again, but it didn't happen tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. That's it. We stuck with them. I think to be honest, we'd written the game off in the crowd. Some of us had written the game off. We thought it was going to be another one.
When they went over that, I said before the Leeds scored their last try, if they went over, the game was gone.
Yeah.
When they went over, and then they missed the kick, and all of a sudden you get that little glimpse of hope. And it could have been even better if the Morgan pass to make would have stuck. But hey ho, and after the week that's gone on with Super League wars kicking off, it was glad to see Eamon coming up on the right side of it once again this week.
Absolutely.
That's for another episode, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Let us know your comments below, and we will see you next week on Red V TV.
What we got?